Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, here's a Tama Starclassic, here's a Tama Superstar. More specifically, Tama Starclassic Walnut Birch 2024 model, 12x8, 14x14, 20x14 kick. Tama Superstar Classic, so it's maple, 2024 model, 12x8, 16x16, 22x14. Okay, I own both of these. I'm going to sell one of them. Question is, which one? Well, I already know, but I thought it might be interesting to have a nice conversational video talking about some of the different features, see how they compare. Obviously, the Starclassic costs a lot more. So this is Molten Dark Raspberry Fade. It's a lacquer finish, and I think at full list price it's about £1,500. In this finish you can find it for about 1,300 UK pounds as of end of 2024. The Starclassic, this is maple. Unlike the reissue ones, which I think are the birch like they used to be in the good old days. So it's maple, and I think about £750. So let's just say this is twice as expensive as this. But the question is it worth it? What do you get? Well, on the Starclassic, let's bring one over here. This is the lacquer finish. You get a nice sturdy star mount with a quick release lock. You get really nice thick hoops on this, and it comes with genuine Evans G2 on the top. I don't know what that is, probably like a G1, but Tama Powercraft. So you're ready to go with decent heads out of the box on that. The finish, I've got to say, is glorious. Again, these are the stock heads. Here's the floor tom, so you get these here, more of which in a moment. Again, similar head. You can see the shell in there. Walnut birch. They are quite heavy, would be my first observation. So here's the kick drum. You don't get a hole. I put that in, but again, you do get a nice head on it. So this one, my particular configuration, it's got a tom mount on the bass drum, but it doesn't really make any difference, to be honest with you. Lugs, nice. You get 10 lugs on this 20-inch bass drum, which is actually more than I've ever encountered before. And the spurs, really nice heavy-duty spurs, more than up to the job. And again, they've got gradations there where you can see where you've set it. So let's just put that back, because I think that's all as you'd expect, really high quality stuff. But the surprise is the Superstar Classic maple shell. So originally the Tama Superstars were birch. They're iconic drums, as I'm sure you'll know, but then they've reissued these, and to be honest with you, I really like it. So we get a similar sort of mount. It's mounted slightly differently, and it's not quite as beefy on the Superstar. And what you don't get, although I've put them on, decent pinstripe heads. You get cheaply made heads, but I mean, they have to cut costs somewhere. This is some sort of ice finish, I forget what it's called. It's a wrap, beautifully done though. I've really got nothing to complain about, but what I'll say, it's the same size drum. The Starclassic is actually considerably heavier. A side-by-side comparison of the mounts there. I mean, to be quite honest with you, this works fine. The way this works, it's like this quick release system. So you put that there, you put it down over the tom holder, which I'll show you in a minute, and then just lock it in place. So it's marginally faster than just putting it on a post and screwing it down. But really, all this extra hardware makes this quite a lot heavier. Here's the 16. Again, you don't get a very good head supplied, but I've put the pinstripe on. The hoops, thinner. The lugs, all smaller and more standard floor tom mounts. But to be honest with you, again, I really like it. It's really well built, really well wrapped, and it's so much lighter than the Starclassic. And here's the bass drum. So the bass drums, the 20-inch bass drum is heavier than the Superstar 22. So don't know what heads you get on this factory. I got this second hand, this kit. I've put an Evans EQ4 batter on, single ply, and a Remo Power Stroke 3 ebony on the front. So lug wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 lugs on this, as compared to, and that's a 22, as compared to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, as opposed with the 10 lugs on the 20. Does that make a difference? Well, no. Not to me, it doesn't anyway, because I'm equally able to tune the Superstar bass drum with no problems whatsoever. So let's just have a look at what else you get then. So the Starclassic, sorry, the Superstar, as you'd expect, pretty standard floor tom legs, and you get this fast clamp with it, so it's all standard stuff. And this is really good, actually, really solid, and they work. It's all a bit fancier on the Starclassic though. So here are the floor tom legs. It's got what they call their air pocket legs or something like that, and then you can see they've got the actual mechanisms on the legs themselves. Really quite heavy, to be honest. And so I'll show you how that works by looking at this. So this is the tom mount that comes with it. A nice memory lock. You can also mount a cymbal from it, and again, look, that's on the post ready. So what you actually do, you stick it on your bass drum, you put this in the unlock position, and you just shove that in there and lock it, and it's on. So I can't deny it's pretty quick. But what I will say, although it's really solid, all these rubber gaskets and stuff in here, it actually moves around quite a lot, and it's quite difficult to position it accurately, because when you bear the weight of it to position it and then you move it, the whole thing kind of resets itself. Now it is dead solid in use. Let's just take that off. It is really solid in use, but it's quite fiddly to actually set up. Are these the same size? Do you know what? Yes, they are. Let's just put this down here, whereas this seems to be quite a lot more solid, set and forget. These are so much lighter. Right, so what's the story then? Well, regular viewers of the channel will know that I've got a Tama Club Jam. In fact, I've just replaced that one with the lacquer satin walnut look finish, so I'm going to do a review on that soon, but check my other one to see the overall features of the kit that I had previously. And then I've got these two. So I bought this one when I found it in a sale earlier in 2024. I think I paid £1,200 for it, so I bought it, and the finish is really, really nice. It looks great under lights. It could be a bit polarizing, perhaps people do or don't like it. I love it. And then browsing eBay, as you do, the other day, I found this with cases, with the Powercraft cases, which I'll show you in a minute. And I managed to get 3 drums, the tom mount, no, sorry, not the tom mount, I already had that. So the 3 drums, the floor tom legs, and the 3 Tama Powerpad cases, I think they're called. £350 plus £10 petrol. And it's basically, apart from only one mark that I found, as new, had the pinstripes on it as well, so that was an upgrade. So I reckon that's £850 or £900 worth of stuff, end of 2024 as new prices for £350. I thought, well, I'll buy that, I can always resell it. And I love my Tama stuff. So we brought it home and done a couple of gigs with this so far. It sounds different because it's maple and it's got pinstripe heads on it. And this is walnut birch and it's got G2s on it. I mean, they're slightly different heads, both twin ply, slightly different. So it's going to sound different. I've got the same sort of bass drum head. Yeah, it's a G4 on both. I'm not going to set a sound test up in the studio. This is just a features check. 20-inch, typical punchy toms, nice and full, tune deep, tune high. This one, a bit brighter, louder. The Superstar's louder because it's bigger. And those toms, they sound thunderous. Oh, I'll just show you the bass drum spurs. See how light that is. So these are a bit thinner on the Superstar, but there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they work fine. All the hardware is perfectly serviceable on that. And let's face it, it's not a cheap kit. I mean, it's a mid-level kit. £750 for 3 drums is quite a lot of money. So I've sold this one because I don't think I'm ever going to use it. So this is my big kit and my Tama Club Jam, the new one that I've got. Previously I had the black wrap one, but the new one that I've got is their more premium. It's slightly more expensive. I think it was £500, but it's a lovely lacquer finish. So it looks really kind of walnutty, although it's still poplar. Anyway, that's for another video. So yeah, I've sold this because I don't think I'll use it. So this can be my big kit with the 22, 13, 16, 20 by 14 and 14 and 12. Well, sorry, that's a 12, 22, 12, 16. Here, the smaller kit, well, I'm not going to use it because if I need to take my smaller kit, I'll take the Club Jam. So have a look at these cases quickly. So there's 3 of these. Just bring one into frame. I've got 3 of these with it. I might do a separate review on these. Powerpad Designer Collection. In fact, I got 4 of these. The guy threw in the one for a 10-inch tom as well, which I haven't got. So they're not particularly padded, but I mean, if you're going to transport it in a van, you would probably put it in hard cases, but I don't. I just put it in the car. I take it myself carefully. So really, what's going to happen to it? Nothing at all. So, summary points. Starclassic Walnut Birch. It's beautiful. Really nice, plays beautifully. I love the 14-inch depth bass drums, but it's really heavy in comparison. The Superstar, I mean, those two themselves, those two on the Starclassic weigh a lot. Superstar, that's really light. Is it going to hold up at a professional level? Well, yes, it is. I've already done 2 professional gigs with this. It mic'd up beautifully, and it looked great under the lights. They both do. If I could keep them both, I probably would. But realistically, I don't need them, and I've sold the Starclassic for a good price. So there we are. Right, more content to come. We'll review my new Club Jam. We'll do a review of those cases before they go, probably. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. So if you've enjoyed it, please like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I'm building this channel quite successfully now. I really thank you all for watching. But for now, from a snowy Nottingham, I bid you farewell. Thank you.